Hey, what's up? Dean Zero Performance. We are at the shop. Me, Firebird, up in the air. I got the charge pipe done. Up in there, you can see the blow off valve with the line coming off, but I got the fittings for the tank, or for the intercooler. The 90s that thread right in, so those worked out perfect. And I got the lines ran around that was a tire to the back of the head, outside in a big P-clamp, bolted up into the frame, and then it kind of wiggles through the brake line and the subframe. Plenty of clearance to the steering, another P-clamp on the transmission. This way here, they can't really move over. Then they kind of loop through. I think I'm gonna pull that one down and just zip tie them here, and they just kind of run through. I'm gonna put a couple more P-clamps and zip ties and stuff, but they go up over the axle. Another P-clamp there, let's see, back here, P-clamp there, and then they go above the panhard support beam thing, so no chance of them getting tagged by the axle. So for right now, I drilled the hole. Well, I drilled 2 holes with a hole saw, like an 1 3/8 or whatever hole saw, and it's just big enough, but I'm gonna grind it out a little bit. But you can see I drew a square. I'm gonna go home tonight. I'm gonna 3D print 2 pieces that one sits out here and it'll have like a radius edge, and one will sit inside and that'll have like another radius edge, and then I'll drill the 4 mounting holes. I'll trim this out more to give these hoses plenty of clearance to the metal, and then I'll through both sides all the way. Go up on the ladder, and I got the tank mounted over here in the corner. I got 3 of the 4 bolts. I got that bolt there, that bolt back there, you can't really see it, there you go, and this front bolt here, that one, there's nothing under it. It's into the wheel well, so these are how the lines will come up. This one obviously has to get cut, but this is going on the pump. This one's on the tank for now. I got the other 2 fittings coming. They're supposed to be here, but I don't know, they got delayed or something. So I just got to swap them out. These ones are just here because I had them, and I just stuck them in to hold the hose and kind of give me an idea. So the pump, I'm going to take, and I'll show this later, but I'm going to take and I'm going to mount it right here with a short piece of hose off the tank, and then I'm going to make a stand that goes under the body of the pump, and the pump will sit on it, so that I'm not relying on the piece of hose to hold it up. And then this hose here will go on the outlet pointing down or over a little bit, or however it works out. And then there's the pigtail for the pump. That pump came with this whole setup other than the line, so I'll have to mount a relay for the pump, and I'm not sure how I'm gonna trigger the relay yet. I haven't quite figured that one out, if I want to do it like a throttle percentage or boost. I haven't really thought that one out yet. I thought, well, not that I haven't thought it out yet, but I just haven't decided on which way I want to go. I could also run a Hobbs switch so it'll trigger, but I don't want to do that. That's way more wiring. But yeah, I'm gonna get to making that stand, because I basically just want to be able to swap out those 2 fittings at the tank, put the 3D printed parts on that I put, and basically I am done. So I'm gonna make that stand and come back. Okay, so like I said, I'm gonna 3D print 2 pieces I'm actually gonna do yeah, do those tonight. I'll get those on. Then as far as the plumbing itself is done, I made the stand that goes under. Basically it's a piece of 2.5-inch exhaust pipe cut in half, welded to piece of chromoly, welded to piece of flat plate, drilled, bolted, nutted, all that stuff. So the stand is done. It'll be held on with a hose clamp. I cut the piece of hose. It's clamped on the pump, but not the tank, because I got to change these, which now says they'll be here tomorrow. So hopefully they get here tomorrow, and Wednesday I can put them on, clamp everything, fill it with water, run it, make sure everything's good. Which I gotta stop and get a bunch of distilled water to fill the motor, to fill the tank, fill all that stuff. But as far as, I got the center one plugged, then I got the drain in the bottom. I had a 6AN to 1/2-inch NPT fitting, and then just like a push connect fitting that comes with a bunch of like transmission cooler kits. So I clamped a piece of rubber hose on. I'm gonna poke a hole kind of in the back corner over here, feed that down, and probably, you know, zip tie it to the bottom of the bumper or something with a little ball valve on it, so that way there he could just crack open the ball valve, have a little bucket. He'll at least be able to drain the tank. That's about all he'll be able to drain. The rest of the system's kind of lower. So yeah, he'll be able to drain the tank to add ice, basically, is really all it's for. And then I had another 1/2-inch MPT to barb, so I did that for the vent, and I'm gonna do the wrap, poke it through the floor. I'll zip tie it up. Maybe, I don't know, there's like so much space between there, kind of sucks, but I might be able to kind of put a P-clamp against it, you know. Oh, that hose is all chewed up, huh? I might get a new piece of hose, but it's just for a vent. I mean, I could even just kind of run it up in there and zip tie it. I might do that. I might just run it up inside of there and zip tie it. This way, if it does splash, it won't splash on the track, and people get pissed when you do that. That's all messy. Whatever. Yeah, I might just take this and stick it up in there, something like that, and just kind of cut it off up in there. That wouldn't be too bad. Maybe. Be nicer if it kind of looped back there, though. Maybe just like that. I don't know what's holding that. Maybe that's clipped. Oh, yeah, maybe something. I don't know. Who knows? There we go. Shove it in there. Yep. Oh, that clip popped out. And there's, oh, look at this, finding wires. Yay. Oh, maybe there's a 12-volt trigger. Or, I don't know what that's for. Oh, there's a lot of wire there, huh? Oh, another plug. You don't take them out, you leave them. So maybe there's enough to run the pump ground, and then maybe trace one of these wires up to the front for the Holly. This went up, yeah, like that. And then, well, whatever. I'm gonna break it in about 2 seconds, I'll tell you that much. You go there, then you go in there somehow, some way. Can't. There. A couple zip ties. That'll work. Good enough for who it's for. Alright. So maybe I could use some of this wiring here. Mainly this plug here. If I can figure out what this is for. Maybe that'll be okay. I gotta look at how many amps this pump runs. Doesn't say. So maybe I could look up how many amps that pump needs. Doesn't have big wires. So maybe if that orange is a battery, which usually they are, and that black is a ground, I can ground the pump with this wire, use the orange to battery power the relay, then use one of these other ones, maybe the green, to trigger the relay. And yeah, I don't see a green one here. So that green one should run all the way up front. So I could use the green to trigger the relay. Yeah, I'll have to figure it out. But I'm getting out of here. Everything's basically done now. I zip tied a couple of places underneath. Now that this is down on the ground, I got the funnel in it, ready to fill. I got a belt on it. So I actually measured correctly. It's a 67-inch belt. Hopefully it stays on. Hopefully everything's running the right way. I don't think it is, because the crank goes clockwise. So it's going to push the belt up, it's going to run the water pump counterclockwise. So I got to look up, I don't know if that's counterclockwise water pump. I don't know any other way it would run though, because basically that's the same belt routing. It just had an idler down there. Huh. I'll have to look it up. That's, yep, But anyways, charge pipe done, blow off valve plumbed over to there. I got to put a P clamp on that line there somewhere. Still got to do the P clamp on these wires. Still got to do that little plate, which I took the plate out. It's on the bench over here. So I got to measure and cut it and then weld it in just to close off the frame. So, like, once the injectors are off to Snake Eater, hopefully they get them today or tomorrow. And then I should have them back by the end of this week. Hopefully, fingers crossed. I can get them in, get this fired up. Basically, I'll be done. By the time I get the injectors, I'll be 100% done. Do I have another output? I'm going to go with nope. So I might, nope. I do not have another output. There's two for the Mac valves. One going forward, probably for the fans. And then the last one looks like it's going inside for trans brake. So yeah, that sucks. I don't even have another input. All the inputs are used up now with the ethanol sensor. Well, now, ain't that about a bitch? Huh. I would say I'd find the fuel pump relay and tie off of that, but I might just have to wire that key on power. Oh, I still got to do the catch can, which I'll probably mount up in there. I got nowhere else to mount anything, so I'll probably have to try and mount that up in there and then run two 10AN lines from each valve cover over. Oh man, I forgot all about that. Be better if it was up here. Oh, there ain't no room. Oh well. Anywho's. that is it. Apparently I got a lot more work than I thought. Of course, not a lot more. That'll be quick and easy. Appreciate you watching. Like, subscribe, hit the bell to be notified of new videos. Leave me a comment. As always, have a good day.